Hello friends, it has definitely been a minute since I've shown you what's going on in the garden. Work has been crazy busy and I haven't had the time I would like to get out here and tend to the plants, but today is the day, so stay tuned and I'll show you how things are doing, what I've got growing, and we'll get some tasks done that are very much overdue. Pretty much all of my peppers died in the last freeze that we had, I think about a week ago, so it's time for these to come out. I have one that is miraculously still alive, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that a little later. These marigolds also need to come out, but first I'm going to collect some seeds to sow next year. Marigold seeds are really easy to collect. Just make sure that the flower dries on the plant completely, and then you can pull the seeds out. Just a few flowers will give you enough seeds for several seasons. I'm making sure I collect seeds from both my French marigolds and my lemon gem marigolds. Then it's time to pull out the plants. I still can't believe these started as only 2 marigold plants. I planted them back in March, so they lasted a full 9 months, which is amazing. I'm also pulling out this cauliflower since I'm going to use this bed for spring bulbs. These zinnias also died in the freeze, so these are coming out as well. But while I'm here, I'm going to take a few of these stalk flowers to make a little bouquet. I've been waiting for a few of these dianthus flowers to dry out so I can collect seeds from them as well. Once dianthus flowers dry, you can carefully pluck off the pods that are left behind and then tip them upside down to empty the seeds into your hand. Two of my nasturtiums couldn't withstand the cold, but somehow one of them is still hanging in there. My snap peas are still producing, so I had a handful of those to harvest. And this kale is still looking great even though it's growing in full shade. It's obviously not as big as it would be if it were getting more sun, but I'm really happy with how these are doing. These pak choi are definitely ready to be harvested. I probably could have pulled them a week ago. I'll take 2 of them for now and then get the other 2 to use a little later this week. This broccoli is looking really good and will probably be ready to harvest in a few days. Once I cut off the main stem, the shoots that are currently growing out of the sides will get bigger and grow into more, smaller heads of broccoli. Now it's time to remove the rest of the dead peppers from the garden. I was really pleased with how this round of hungry pepper did, and I'll probably have at least one in my garden next year. These habanadas didn't produce very many peppers, but I think I started them a little bit too late. Plus we had some early cold snaps this year. I think I'll try again with these next year and get them started a little bit earlier. Okay, now this pepper. This is the large Mad Hatter. I really don't know how it's still alive, but here we are. I decided I'm going to try and overwinter this pepper, which is something I haven't tried before. As I understand it, what you want to do is cut the pepper back down to 2 main branches, remove all the extra foliage, and then dig it out and place it in a container to bring inside. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do, and we'll see how it goes. Once inside, the pepper will be going next to a window that gets lots of sun or underneath my grow lights. Finally, I have a few plants that I started from seed that I'm going to go ahead and transplant into the garden. I have 2 types of kale, some lettuce, and a couple of flowers that I have hardened off. And here's a final look at the whole garden. Despite the cold temperatures, there's still plenty of things growing. I'll be getting ready to plant my spring bulbs in the next week or so, which I'm very excited about. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.